Good morning, everybody. It's Ragged07, and it's Monday, April the 1st. No, I'm not going to pull any April Fool's jokes because I think they're cheese. Okay. I'm doing Jasmine's Tag, though. Let's do this, shall we? Um, Question number one. How old do you feel? Ancient. Ancient. We're talking like caveman. Ancient. Yeah. Like, right in that transition from whatever to human, right? Okay. Yeah, I think that today is an old day, and I could really use a day at the spa, which comes to remind me that my birthday's coming up. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I'm just kidding. Those are expensive. My God, I wouldn't ask anybody for something like that for real. Uh, Question number two is: have you ever talked yourself out of serious trouble? Of course I have. Who hasn't? Not as of recent, though. I mean, just be upfront with people, man. It just, you know, don't be a jerk. And you won't have to talk yourself out of anything. Okay. I think everybody has when they were a teenager. Definitely. Because we were all pretty much little heathens back then. Question number three. Have you ever been so depressed you ended up crying? Yeah. I think everybody has. Yeah, I definitely think so. People sit there and think, oh, I never get depressed. Oh, quit your yakking out. You're talking off the side of your mouth because everybody gets depressed, everybody cries, and you know what? If you never got depressed or you never cried, then I want what you're on. Seriously, okay? Because that's just crazy. But not as of recent. I have not cried out of depression as of recent. I cried out of, I think, hormonal imbalance, but not, I really don't have a whole lot to be depressed about, you know, not anymore. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the company I keep. Um, I'm feeling confident, and I got to the point where I just don't care about what people think of me. I, those who love me, and if you don't, then you know what, that's fine. I don't, it's not gonna kill me, whatever. Just don't hurt me physically, okay? That's not cool. Question number four is, could you forgive a boyfriend or girlfriend who deeply hurt you? I can forgive anybody, but I don't forget it. You know what I mean? You are forgiven, but sometimes it takes a while to forgive people. I think you have to look into a almost in a spiritual sense, depending on what it is, to forgive somebody. Um, the people that have hurt me like really hardcore, it's uh, it's been a challenge to forgive those people. But you forgive and you don't forget. Okay, do not forget. Let them live their life, and and if they destroy it by their own demise, you know what? It's not your problem. It really is not your problem. You don't have to answer for their actions anymore. That's how you have to look at it. Question number five is, what is the meaning of life? I need the big booming voice. What is the meaning of life in your eyes? Uh, it's like school. We're like children, guys. Seriously. Um, we've been pretty much thrown here. It feels like uh, we I think that we're like children. I mean, like sort of new spirits. Because God doesn't stop creating. I no, I can't see that. But we are like children because I do believe that there are other advanced civilizations out there. I don't think they're all bad like a lot of people do. However, I am going to say this because this occurred to me. We are, if we are children, spiritual children, and I kind of think we are because we haven't figured out how to, you know, work this, that those who were once children who decided to take a negative route at life and their spiritualness, um, and they're out there, I'm sure, negative civilizations, and I pray to God that we do not become one of them as a human race. But I think that's why people think that, all of these aliens are fallen angels and blah, blah, blah. And yes, the Bible says that. However, do you ever think that maybe these are just space bullies and they are influenced by the dark side? Okay? And these space bullies were like, yeah, let's go down and mess with them earthlings. Let's go down and mess with them. They're about on the verge of extinction anyway. You know? I mean, really, I know it sounds kind of hokey, but I guess in my eyes it makes sense because we are going through a serious trial, tribulation, whatever you want to call it, uh, and that would give somebody a golden opportunity to come down here and deceive and lie and start crap with us because we're just kids, and that's why I thank God that we're gonna be all right. The ones who mean well, the ones who want to be living in harmony, um, will be saved. Will be saved. And I think that um, the requirements of that is not all that hard to do. Really, I don't think it's that hard. Um, Respect your life. And that just kind of thought just popped into my head. But respect your life and respect your maker and respect the earth and all the things that we've been given. And you'll be fine. I mean, just respect other humans. And I mean, we all do stupid, devilish little things to each other. I mean, I don't know one person who doesn't, um, within reason, but we all play little things on each other, and sometimes it's uh it's really a challenge because you have those who want to ruin it for everybody, and then they piss and moan when they get called out about it. But it's like, hey, look, you're screwing up the realm of things. You're screwing with the vibrations of our life and with lies and deception, and you get what you deserve, you know. And you can't do that. You just cannot do that, and think you can get away with it forever. And it's funny because it's like I felt guilty for calling people up, but it's funny that how many people feel the exact same way you do, and they've never expressed it until you open your mouth. You got to get the ball rolling, okay? And I'm not perfect, and you're not perfect. We are not perfect, and I don't know if we'll ever be perfect. Um, there are very few, very, very chosen perfect for one. The Son of God is Jesus is perfect, and I don't know what that's like. I have no idea. We can try as much as we want, but we have no idea. Perfection is something that is not tampered with. It's not tainted. And I'm very glad that we got the opportunity to have had him in our lives. I mean, and within our history, and it's a beautiful thing because um, you know what? You can't defend something that you haven't experienced. Does that make sense? So he had to experience humans to be able to relate and say, "Hey, look, you know what? These people are they're not so bad, or they need to learn some lessons or whatever. It's like that. So be blessed that we have this advocate that understands us because he lived among us. And that's your lesson for today, children. I love you guys, and I really do. And you know what? Stay on the right track. Be truthful to your friends. Be truthful to yourself, and you can't go wrong. And you know what? If people are hurting other people by deception, you need to let them know in one way or another. It's not cool. It's not cool. And if I've ever deceived anybody, I'm very sorry. And I will apologize for that straight up. Because I know that I'm sure I have. I know I have. Everyone has. But it's when you deceive people to the masses is when it's wrong. And I've talked about that for a long, long time. Um, but just stay honest, and that stuff will be irrelevant in your life. So you won't have to worry about it. Okay? You can just chalk it up as experience. Yes, I screwed up. Check. I lied. Check. I deceived somebody. Check. We've all been guilty of it. Just make amends with yourself and you'll feel better. Okay? And two wrongs don't make a right. I love you guys. Peace be with you. Love you, love you, love you. Bye bye.